glanced at my watch, the hands ticking slowly towards midnight. It had been a long day, but my eldest son, David, was finishing up his closing shift at the small convenience store. I sat in the car, my younger son, Michael, beside me, both of us waiting patiently in the dimly lit parking lot. The cool night air seeped through the cracks in the window, sending a shiver down my spine. The silence was interrupted only by the distant sound of passing cars and the occasional gust of wind rustling the leaves. Time seemed to stretch on endlessly as we anxiously waited for David to emerge from the store. Suddenly, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed a shadowy figure moving towards us. I turned my head to get a better look. The figure seemed to be a man, his tall frame casting a dark silhouette against the faint glow of the streetlights. He walked steadily, his steps purposeful and determined. I nudged Michael, pointing towards the approaching figure. "Look, Michael, someone's coming. Must be one of the late-night customers." Michael squinted, his eyes locked on the shadowy figure. "Yeah, but why can't we see the person casting the shadow? It's as if he's walking alone in the darkness." My heart skipped a beat as I realized Michael was right. There was no visible person walking towards us, only the eerie shadow. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end, a feeling of unease settling over me. I instinctively locked the car doors, a sense of foreboding creeping into my mind. The shadow drew closer, now just a few steps away from the car. My heart pounded against my chest, each beat echoing in my ears. I strained my eyes, desperately searching for any sign of the person casting the shadow, but there was nothing. It was as if the darkness itself was walking towards us. Michael's voice trembled as he whispered, "Dad, what's happening? This doesn't feel right." Fear gripped my throat, making it difficult to speak. "I don't know, Michael. Stay quiet and keep your eyes open. Something doesn't feel right about this." The shadowy figure reached the point where it should have emerged from the corridor, but there was still no person in sight. It seemed to defy all logic, as if it were a figment of our imagination, a haunting phantom. My mind raced with possibilities. Was it a ghostly apparition, a trick of the light, or something more sinister? I had heard stories of supernatural occurrences in this very parking lot, but I never thought I would experience it firsthand. We watched in silent terror as the shadow passed by the car, its presence enveloping us in an icy grip. The air turned thick and heavy, as if the darkness itself had seeped into our very souls. Goosebumps covered my arms, and I could see Michael trembling beside me. The shadow continued its eerie advance, slowly fading into the distance until it vanished completely. A palpable sense of relief washed over us, but a lingering unease remained, like a stain on our very beings. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, David emerged from the store. He walked towards the car, a tired smile on his face. "Hey guys, sorry about the wait. It took longer than expected to close up." I fought to regain my composure, forcing a smile. "No worries, David. Let's get home." As we drove away from the parking lot, I couldn't shake off the feeling that we had narrowly escaped something inexplicable and dark. The encounter with the shadowy figure would forever remain etched in our memories, a bone-chilling reminder that there are forces in this world that defy explanation. Even now, years later, I find myself occasionally glancing in the rearview mirror, half expecting to see that shadowy figure lurking in the darkness, waiting to emerge once more.